game of the day, so at least it's not the finals or something like that. So
Yeah.
you
So
know,
no worries right there. Both teams graciously enough willing to go for the rematch, and we'll see right now what we're gonna be up to here for the both squads. What's interesting to note though that this time, since that was a very good warm up here for Rice Tofu Gaming, they have decided to play the Ash on this first map.
yeah,
Music Quantum.
finally they decide to switch up. I guess the Bastion strategy didn't really work out very well for them, but at least they did manage to cap the point for that long. I feel like if they weren't running the Bastion composition, they wouldn't be doing very well, because we have seen them run the Ash yesterday. It wasn't really up to par,
Yeah.
but maybe this time might be a little bit different. Maybe they did some changes in the way they strategize their positionings in the game. So we'll see if Rice Tofu Gaming has an idea here.
Yeah, rest of the gaming now maybe had a little better experience in the practice range, try to get that hit cam prowess, as Quants are now gonna be on that Ash. On the other hand, we have Yuzu and O again on their two DPS characters. We have the Ash and we have the Genji.
Exactly, they have a Reinhardt Zarya, so things are probably a little bit more normal, I would say. I mean, not saying Bastion is not a normal composition, but I mean, you usually see Reinhardt Zaryas, but you have a Diva as well, so the only damage output I would see is probably going to come out from the Zarya mainly, as well as Kwanzaa on the Ash. And look at that. Look beautiful nade. Yet again, Kyungsu's just doing a really good job for his team right now.
Kyungsu is one, so uncontested, and two, so good at lobbing that grenade. One trick right now, abusing and using that Ana. Two, a T. Oh, gonna get those kills, and one trick right now gonna be able to hold this first onslaught.
Oh, there's going to be a staggered kill on this Reinhardt. That's not going to be nice to watch. Oof. There you go.
Poor Lijiang Tower just taken before his time there. But now look at this. One trick is ready for action. It looks like the little practice here helping them. Owo and Kyungsu ready with the Nano Blade, and one trick looks so good for now.
And look at how well they're coordinated right now, just waiting for the Reinhardt. I feel like they have an idea here. Oh, look at this. What's going on here?
Oh, here comes that. You're gonna try to take the second floor. Where is Rice Tofu going with this? Well, they're gonna drop on down. So it looks like they just cut through the train and decided to go for the payload itself. Oh, now gonna get that Nana boost. Kyungsu popping it a little early, but it's gonna be Owa taking down the two supports, looking for another target, trying to carve up the Reinhardt, but instead spots out Fnufli. Look at this, the chase down and the takedown on the Lijiang Tower. One trick in control.
Yeah, they really need someone or something to deal with this Genji as well. I mean, they do have this Zenyatta ultimate. I feel like Zenyatta's ultimate is not going to be doing much against a Nana boosted Dragon Blade. So maybe a Brigitte will be good as well. Or even a Lucio and running a Brigitte at the same time. Maybe not the Ana, because they don't really have anyone to Nana boost on the Ana.
Yeah, it's really just what we usually try to run. Go for some peels, go for some anti-flankers. Rice Tofu Gaming though, their backline a little too, reliant on mechanical skill right now to try and deal with that Genji. But here comes a jump on and then drift, and oh, with a good time. Toxicity though, gonna pop that self-destruct, double bombs, come on now, there's a takedown from Toxicity, and Rice Tofu Gaming actually sieging in with that nano-boosted Reinhardt leading the charge.
Yeah, they utilized the Bob together with the self-destruct as well. Bob actually just went in, knocked everybody up. I'm not really sure who he knocked up, but he did knock someone. That's why that self-destruct got a kill.
I love the knockback there, but it's gonna be Rice Tofu Gaming now gonna get that first checkpoint. They have the grab and the search, and they have the transcendence available. On the other hand, here for one trick, it's gonna be Bob and Nano Boost. Maybe we'll see a nano boosted Bob into this next fight.
Yeah, just don't get Bob slept. That's pretty much it. If the moment if Bob slept and Nana boosted Bob, because it's not really hard to sleep a Bob.
Biggest anti-play of life, wasting an ultimate in that situation. But Owa now charging up the blade. There's a dive, and Drift gonna be out in front, gets sleep darted by, and here comes Bob again. One trick now as the gates close. They are gonna try to make an opening with a similar strategy as a while ago. Drift right now just looking for the fist, and Togami gonna toss that Discord up. Maybe the focus fire onto that Windstone will be enough for Rice Tofu Gaming to get the push on that payload.
And so right now they're just stalling this point for as long as possible. Users really low on HP to pop the Dragon, but there's no Nana boost, but they still manage to take down two. And another beautiful nade. He's definitely Kobe right now.
I don't think if you noticed, but I think the Graviton Surge, they're eaten up by the Diva as well. So one trick right now, firing on all cylinders. Ethnoflea might be a little salty about that one, but this is one trick showing that they are a class above right now in Route 66.
Exactly. So, they have the Nano boost. They're probably gonna Nano the Winston for the next team fight. They don't have anything else on the side. They do have self-destruct as well as another Bob coming up from Kwanzaa. So for the next team fight, the moment I say his name, he got taken out by Yuzu.
Yeah. One trick there actually was in a precarious situation, was forced to use the Sand Barrier to keep everyone topped up, and Rise Tofu Gaming deciding, okay, that's a win in our books. We're gonna back on out, soft reset, and look to reconvene and try to use their 4 ultimates into the next fight. Toxicity now looking to try and get a bomb, but there's the Shatter. Oh, it gets blocked up by the Winston. Bomb is there, and self-destruct now into the backline. Aura Wing gonna get caught into the blast range. 2 kills here for Toxicity, but Aura Wing gonna get 1 back onto Togami Yu.
Yeah, they got another beautiful self-destruct coming up from Toxicity. They always utilize Bob together with the self-destruct. Very well played there. That is why they won the team fight. They might be doing it really for the next team fight.
Yeah, one trick now has the blade ready, has the nano boost ready. This might be the win condition here for the Singaporean squad. As the blade comes on out, will Sleep Dart connect? No, it won't. Kwanzaa gonna be the first to fall, looking for another target. Good anti-heal, but it's not enough to get that takedown. And Owa again, he's just banging the high red wheel for one trick right now. And the Genji has been completely on fire this game.
Yeah, just Owa is just really free right now. Even if we want to talk about the previous game, if you want to talk about that 1 second, the performance coming out from one trick is just really surpasses the skills that Rise of Gaming has.
Yeah, so Rise Tofu Gaming now needs to try and deal with that Genji. Maybe a Sombra will help them. Maybe a good dive onto that Genji. Just focus fire gonna be very, very important. Or taking down the Ana first, because we've seen Kyung-Soo just have a field day all the way in the backline. And we see Bob starting things off. Graviton Surge there, gonna suck in Sin Hacks, Aura Wing, gonna fly on in to get the defense matrix on, and that actually saves the Lucio along the way. So this is gonna be one trick only losing the mech. Yuzu again with that D-Mech. Owa has having some takedowns there onto Mistytan, and this is one trick just holding steadfast here by the payload.
Yeah, it's just pretty much Kyung-Soo. Look at Kyung-Soo's on fire, and together the Dragon Blade together with Genji as well. They powered the Sound Barrier, so maybe for the next team fight they have at least extra amount of HP shields to just keep the fight up. But unfortunately, I don't think they might be able to do so because powered the Dragon Blade.
Sleep Dart are connecting onto the Lucio Togami Yu, gonna fall. There's a contest coming out from Yi Hang-tan, but one trick staying on the payload, self-destruct there, out of celebration, and that's gonna be a hold here for the Singaporean squad. Halfway into the map, not a bad time, not a bad score for Rise Tofu Gaming, but one trick again just able to keep that defense. Very, very well played by the Genji and the Ana.
Yeah, you can't always bank on the fact that you have a Bob and self-destruct and then you can win team fights. You have to win team fights without ultimates as well. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, you need to just get those pickoffs, and especially with the lineup there from Rise Tofu Gaming, if they actually got a better coordinated dive, they could just take down Kyung-Soo. Because with Kyung-Soo's positioning, it is very good that is all the way in the back line, but there's gonna be a tough task for one trick to actually go for the peel. So maybe a little more coordination, a little more, scouting out that map would be a lot better there for the Malaysian squad. But I digress. We're gonna be into the next round of action. Rise Tofu Gaming gonna try to defend this.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've been talking about Kyung-Soo for such a long time. I'm surprised that Kyung-Soo's not even touched at all. The fact that they are not running a Winston Diva, and even if they ran it, I think they just ran it like at the last fight earlier on. They did try to go for Kyung-Soo, but his positioning was just really, really good, and they really need to figure things out. How can they actually even approach Kyung-Soo? Maybe a Genji will be great as well, or even a Doofus, and I'm surprised they finally managed to get a Doofus there.
Yeah, we see the Doofus from Ethnoflea. I'm expecting big things there from Ethnoflea right now. He had such a good Roadhog a while ago in the warm-up, but in this first round, not really much of a factor. So we'll see if the insta-kills can actually connect. On the other hand, of course, Kyung-Soo, our one and only topic, still gonna be on that, Anna. We'll see now if Wanchu can actually do the same tactic on the attack.
I mean, if you want to just make it easy, just go brick, right? And just make sure you win the ground fights, and that's exactly what they did earlier on. And it's surprising how they're not running a Brigitte earlier on as well in the attack phase.
Yeah, just a myriad of questions right now. A sense of, a weird direction here for Rice Tofu Gaming. But we'll see if they can actually hold with a more standard 2-2-2. The thing to note, Afiz, is a while ago in that warm-up, they didn't play the Ashe, but this time they have. So maybe the hero restriction actually just keeping them in a specific situation.
And look at that. If not, Doomfist just goes for Owo straight away, and Owo taking a lot of damage, no heals whatsoever. So that's the beauty about having a Doomfist, but he got healed up pretty easily, and Yuzu is going to be the one that's got taken out. They take down the mech out of the D-bar. So there you go. Things are looking really good so far here. I feel like the Doomfist might actually be a big difference.
I love the dive there from Rice Tofu Gaming. They actually dropped on down at a similar time.
Yep.
You saw Lijiang Tower, Toxicity, and Etofli just there into the fray. Missy Tan, of course, just in the middle of things. He's like, I'm gonna sing you guys the song of my people and keep you guys topped up as we are here by the gas station.
So for the next team fight, they almost have self-destruct, and they already have the Corellessence, whereas on the side of One Trick, they have the Nano Blade coming through. So they need to figure out, how do we deal with this Nano Blade? They need to give Missy Tan some heals, make sure they have the stack. Oh, I think
there's gonna be the blade already. Oh, looking for a target, but he actually drops on down. But unfortunately for Missy Tan, he's gonna fly on by. There's a takedown on Tsugami. Use the Coalescence is out of their hands. But One Trick able to position themselves in a situation where they're not gonna get taken down all throughout by the blade. And Etofli with the counter, meets a strike now, pop, and getting into the bike line. Rice Tofu Gaming looking to stomp on One Trick.
My goodness, this Doomfist is just doing so much work. It's like a different Rice Tofu Gaming today. And I really like how they're playing the defense here as well. And unfortunately, that Nano Boost, he wanted to go Nano Blade out. He wanted to go for Misty Tan, but Misty Tan on that speed boost is really hard to cap as well. And he also dashed into the first floor, which was kind of weird. I thought he would go on top floor and maybe get some really good slices with the Dragon Blade. Didn't manage to do so.
Over there getting picked up as he switches to a Pharah. Kingsu on that Mercy, and I guess over there just not seeing the distance of the edge of the building, just dropping on down, not able to get any targets. Besides that, Lucio very unfortunate there for that Nano Blade, and they go for that Pharah Mercy now out of a little bit of desperation, a little bit of regret, trying to maybe switch things up, but there's a shoot down already onto Kwanzaa, so making this Pharah count.
Yeah, they're making this fair account, but you have to realize that only Syntax is on ground that's able to actually heal him. So Ao is the only one alive on top. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Bob gets a triple kill. Trust in Bob. Okay.
Trusted Bob, dude. 100% accuracy there from Bob. He serves you food, he gives you kills, and he just stomps on your enemies. One Trick right now gonna get that first point. I like to swap on that Pharmacy because it made everyone look up, and usually just tossing out Bob. It's like, oh, go have that, Bob. Have some fun and get some kills.
Yeah, the switch up to the Pharah might actually work out really well for them. But like I mentioned earlier, when it was before the teamfight even started, they have to realize that the only one on ground that can actually heal them is going to be the Lucio, and Lucio is not really good when it comes to just mass healing every single player, or even just one player alone. So they have to make sure that the Kyungsu and as well as Owo is pretty much safe in the air, and they have to make sure that Yuzu is not able to have so much space to take down this Pharah as well.
I was gonna say, like with Etofli on that Doomfist, as there's a self-destruct now into the sky, gets a takedown on the drift. This is gonna be the ground game, one already here by Rice Tofu Gaming, but will it be enough? Etofli just gonna go for a punch. There's the dive, or in the sky comes Lijiang Tower. The Winston fended off for the meantime. And I was gonna say, Afiz, with only the Lucio here for the side of One Trick, it'll actually be a field day for Etofli to get those takedowns with the rocket punch, but it will be a double-edged sword in that regard, because if the Pharmacy get into the backline, it might be over for Rice Tofu Gaming.
Yeah, they just need to find a really good position, just go all the way in the back lines, and they straight off get Kwanzaa down, so that's one DPS down for the side of Rice Tofu Gaming.
Rocket Barrage, but double bubble in front, and that's so much damage done, and Owo gonna fall, only gonna take down Lijiang Tower. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but the bubble completely on point, grabbing the surge now here, and One Trick looking to take the win. Etofli, the last man standing alongside the Baby Diva, it's not gonna be enough, and One Trick gonna take the win 2-1.
Yeah, that's a very, well-deserved win, to be honest. They played that a lot better than before, actually, surprisingly. But let's probably people want to be like, you know what, it's not really nice, they had to do a remake and stuff like that. But eventually, the better team won. There's no excuse whatsoever. In the end of the day, they still won the fight. They were even allowed to use different heroes as well for this round, so they still won it fair and square, and it's going to be 1-0 in favor of One Trick. It is a best out of 3, so the second map is going to be chosen by none other than Arise Tofu Gaming, and it is going to be a control map, so looking forward to see what they have in store here, or even just they holding the choke points on and see how they can actually counter those chokes. So yeah, control maps, one of my favorites.
Yeah, same here. For me, I like the fact that you start off with a plan and it just descends into chaos, and the team who can actually pick up the pieces along the way will be the ones who take the win. We are going to see Night Market first. Going to be a dinner rush here, maybe for both squads, as we move on into Lijiang Tower.
So finally, they go for Zen Goats, which is highly favorable when it comes to control maps. Whereas on the other side, you have Obo on the Junkrat as well as Yuzu. So Ethnoflea, and I think that's how you pronounce his name, Ethnoflea is going to have a really good time because he's going to be able to get a lot of energy.
I like this composition for Rice Tofu Gaming. Looks like they've done their homework, they've done their math, they've eaten their vegetables, and will decide to go for the goats. Meta is always better. So Rice Tofu Gaming gonna charge on in with Yihang Tan out in front.
So far right now, they're just going straight to the point here. I really like this idea because they are running a stronger composition. So going to the point straight away, forcing them to actually play against them, it's a very good idea here from Rise of the Game.
One Trick though gonna try to play the Tank Busters, the Junkrat and the Hanzo. Pretty decent picks if you really are gonna go for the 2-2, but it's gonna be a struggle to siege on in the Discord or on to Drift. It's gonna be a struggle for the Reinhardt now. He might get melted down. There's the stun, but Etoflea actually overextending, gonna get taken down. Rise Tofu Gaming with the initial capture, but this might be the end already. Bio Grenade is there. Kyungsu, just huge nades, and an even bigger tower coming their way, takes down to out of nowhere One Trick, able to disregard the hefty composition and just move to take the point.
Yeah, just way too much damage coming out from Owo as well as Yuzu there, and even if you can get a lot of energy, that barrier only has some only just I think it's 350 HP, and then it just bursts into smithereens. So you have to make sure you use the bubbles really well.
Yeah, Dragon Strike close here for Yuzu. There's a Graviton Surge. This is gonna be huge, but the Transcendence and even a Sound Barrier. So Yuzu taking his time, playing patiently. Gonna whip out the Dragon Strike, but Misty Town already with a takedown onto one. Aura Wing gonna be the first victim. Here comes the push from Rice Tofu Gaming. There's a kill onto Synax.
That's the beauty about Zen Gods. No matter what you do, no matter what you have to play against them, there's always an answer. That Sound Barrier saved the Yuzu Aura Wing and combo, allowed them to just keep pushing through, keep pushing forward. You even have the rally as well that allowed them to just keep fighting as well.
That's kind of awkward. Yu gonna fall on down, so it's gonna be a 5v6 here for the defense. There's the shatter. Ethnoflea stunned up. Yang Tan gonna fall. Drift now onto the point, and One Trick with such a quick flip.
Yeah, I feel like they're always giving out these fights when they're supposed to win them, actually. They have the armor as well. I'm not really sure why they're so scared of One Trick at that point.
The biggest question mark to me was Tsugami resetting to go to the Moira. I don't understand why he actually went to the Moira. I feel like the Zen could be still good if ever One Trick actually missteps onto the point. That would be Rice Tofu Gaming's time to shine. There's the shatter. There's the bomb. Will it be the combo? Yes, it is. Perfect move there. Drift into the middle. The barrier wasn't into play. And Toxicity now gonna get a triple. Gonna push on in. The Diva just racing to the point.
It's a 4K, but let's not give all credit to Toxicity. Yinghang Tang with the beautiful Earth Shatter as well. The teamwork coming out from Rice Tofu Gaming. I feel like these combos, Quanta with the Bob earlier on, together with the self-destruct. Now it's going to be Yihang Tan with the self-destruct as well, together with Toxicity. It's always really nice to see how big these self-destructs are.
Yuzu now gonna whip out the Dragon Strike. There's the Graviton Surge though. Drift caught in the middle. Sound Barrier is there, but Yihang Town with the tackle. And let's follow the Beyblade. Here comes the Rip Tower. Gonna take down that Lucio. And 4 left here for Rice Tofu Gaming. Who will be enough? Drift with a huge shatter. Gonna get 2 Nano Boost in effect. One Trick again. Gonna get the flip with authority.
Your back and forth situation here. You win one team fight, you cap. You win one team fight, you cap back. So it's pretty much decent here at this point because both teams are kind of running. I don't know if I want to call it goats on the other side for One Trick, but definitely goats here for Rise Tofu Gaming. The funny thing is they seem to be having an issue as well. They need to be a little bit more brave, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
And another quick flip here. I'm already calling it, but look, Rice Tofu Gaming gets 4, make that 5-0 on the point. And I feel like both teams struggling on defending in general.
Yeah, that's the thing. And also, if you look at the competition coming up from Rise Tofu Gaming, they're not supposed to lose any type of defense. I mean, maybe they don't have a Zenyatta. There's no Transcendence to keep everybody alive as well, right? But Togamiyu on that Moira is going to just be able to heal so much on the front lines for the Zaryas, for the Divas, as well as the Reinhardt together the Brigitte as well. And Brigitte's just amplifying the heals for them as well at the same time. So they should not lose team fights here.
One trick though taking a lot of time. This is gonna be a race to the point. Subtrox there, Sambarto with that takedown. Will the Reinhardt make it to the point? No! No one on the point. Drift getting taken down, and that was just one trick. Just one step too late.
Yep, there you go. The prevalence of how strong Goats is. I mean, Zen Goats, I would prefer that, but Moira, it's okay as well at the same time. I mean, you're able to sustain a little bit longer, especially when you're a new team, because when you run a Zen Goats, you really need to just go in as a team. Whereas when you have a Moira, you're allowed to be a little bit slower, you're allowed to sustain the team fights as well, and the Moira can get the coalescence really fast because the amount of damage that you're just taking and how much Moira can heal on the ground allows her to get the ultimate really fast, and then you just utilize the coalescence, just keep pushing through.
The thing I've just realized here in Lijiang Tower is we have a series, one trick already at the end of the rope here on this map. Rice Tofu Gaming trying to force that decider. And again, good tactics here with the Goats. They're gonna go to the side where they can't get environmental. Ovo on the other hand gonna be on that Far Mercy. And this is what we were talking about a while ago. One trick ready with this trick in the bag. Can it actually lead to the kills here on Gardens?
Yeah, and they have the Hammond this time, which is pretty interesting. We've seen them run Hammond before, especially in Gardens for Lijiang Tower, and they have always did pretty well as well. So really looking forward to see how One Trick will be doing right now. But see, when you have such a composition that Rise Tofu Gaming is utilizing right now, it's so hard to even go into the point.
Yeah, Drift is trying to roll on in, but this is One Trick force the back on out. Look at how the Rice Tofu Gaming squad is positioned. They're all the way advanced. They're trying to make a door, but now already with the Rocket Barrage, so quick, so potent, but he's so very dead instead. Sound Barrier on point from Misty Tan. Rice Tofu Gaming now stomping on One Trick, and they're gonna push them all the way to the spawn.
Miscommunication there from the side of One Trick. So Owl came from behind with that Pharah. At that point in time, Aura Wing together with Drift should have just went on the point together with him. Not even that, they should have just went in first because nobody knew that the Pharah was behind them for Rise Tofu Gaming. So they waited just way too long to touch the point, allow that Pharah to get space at all. But the Monty part of the Rocket Barrage just got completely decimated, got deleted straight off the bat.
Coalescence is there from Togamiyu. And the thing about One Trick is they are quite patient, but in a fight, especially on control, you need to be quick or you will be dead. Yuzu already gonna die. That brig here for One Trick not paying off at the start. Although does have the Riptide, and this might be One Trick's time to shine. They're gonna decide to go for the reset instead. And again, the patience, I feel like it is great that they have this discipline, but at the same time, they're wasting so much time. Afiz 70% already here for Rice Tofu Gaming, and looks like nothing's gonna stop them.
Yeah, they're giving way too much respect here to Rise Tofu Gaming. I know they're running a Brigitte, but I mean, I know they're running Goats, but you shouldn't give them way too much space, and they're allowed to get at least 80% on the point now.
Oh, just whipping out the Riptide, and that's huge for both sides. A 3-for-3. We just followed the Junkrat's but Toxicity with a big bomb, and that's Rice Tofu Gaming having the time advantage, having the numbers advantage, having the position, and Ethnoflea gonna go for Owo. Can he make it to the point? Hopping on one leg, he's too late. Gonna be Rice Tofu Gaming taking that one quite easily.
Wow, what a turn of events here. This is something that I didn't expect at all. I actually expected One Trick to win this, but this Goats composition coming out from Rise Tofu Gaming is just way too strong for One Trick to handle, and I'm surprised they didn't even go for the Goats comp as well.
Rice Tofu Gaming still trying to force that 2-2-2 out. Maybe they had faith in their DPS, but sometimes the meta is just way too beta. Toxicity, 7 self-destruct kills, gonna get those takedowns. Huge plays from the Diva.
So downtown, really good map. for Widowmakers, but we have seen Goats how strong it is yet again as well. Control maps always Goats, because Goats is just, I mean, control maps are just very fight heavy, team fight heavy maps. So what a better way to actually fight Goats against Goats, right? I mean, that's exactly what they're gonna run, but One Trick is gonna be running the Zen Goats this time though.
Yeah, so we will see the Zen Goats versus the more standard Moira Goats, which is the original version. But this is one wise man once said, if you can't beat them, join them. And One Trick now joining into the fight, already starting things off strong with a takedown on the Lijiang Tower. And even ethnically, the 2 tanks gone here for the side of Rise Tofu Gaming. And the fight is just over before it even begins.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of having a Zenyatta. They just scored up plus 50% damage, just way too much.
That's absolutely huge damage potential there from Kyungsu. And when you are separated like that, when your supports aren't in position, you're just gonna melt so quickly with 5 people in your face. One Trick right now in control, and looks like this is gonna be territory of the One Trick gangers.
Sorry, I correct myself. It's plus 30%. I don't know why I said 50%. I think I was talking.
50?
I was thinking about Banana Boost.
50% is season 1, dude. That is so
season
long.
1.
That is some legacy stuff right there. But the brawl now happening by the streets. Kyungsu gonna get that takedown. And if you really want to see the beauty of Zen Goats, you just keep an eye on the Zen. The best teams who run Zen Goats is, if you see that on the right hand side, whoever is discorded, they're gonna melt so quickly to the focus fire.
Yeah, and also not to mention when you have the Transcendence, it's like a backup sound barrier, you know? You have the Transcendence, you have the sound barrier. It's not like you have a Coalescence, it just heals people for a short period of time. And Kyungsu's Transcendence can just do so much more than the Coalescence can.
Rapid Surge is there here for the side of One Trick, but Yuzu caught alone, gets taken down. Rise Tofu Gaming with the opening, there's the shatter, but it's just not enough. Good, potent ultimates lead to absolute nothing here for One Trick. I demand a refund. They might demand a refund for those ultimates, because they're gonna still lose the point.
I'm not even sure why Kyungsu didn't pop the Transcendence and Yuzu didn't pop the Brigitte ultimate as well. I think they were just keeping it and thinking, you know what, we need this for the next team fight. But that's not how you run Goats. Goats is one of those compositions just can keep getting ultimates every single team fight. And that's why Goats is so prevalent right now, and especially Zen Goats. So they could have actually utilized the Transcendence. Maybe they just want to keep it for the next team fight. So we'll see how things go here.
Yeah, One Trick a little sloppy there. Good position from Toxicity. He's up on top. Can drop the self-destruct at any time. Gonna fly on in. Interesting, didn't use the bomb after the shatter, but the fight's still going. Grabbing the surge now into the middle. Self-destruct tossed out by One Trick and gets absolutely nothing. Here comes the bomb into the streets, and there's a takedown onto Yuzu. Looks like the tree just gonna watch everything as we still have the squad of One Trick trying to march onto that point.
Yeah, they really need to be a little bit more, just go ham with the Zen Goats. That's really how you run Zen Goats. You just go ham, just really not bother about it. If you allow them to have any space at all, this is exactly what's going to happen. You allow them to have space, you allow them to just get more kills than you, because, you know, let's be honest here, when you're running a Zen Goat, it's not about sustaining team fights, it's about applying the damage with the Zenyatta.
Yeah, and when Zen Goats, it's you kill or you get killed, because you don't have the healing to sustain an elongated fight compared to having a Moira, compared to having Diana. With Diana, you try to go for that Fire Grenade, but here with the Zen, you pop that Discord and you go, play aggressively. Rise Tofu Gaming though in control, able to stabilize and able to delay the tactics of One Trick. Graviton Surge now to start things off. We have the Zarya as well as the Brigitte caught on out. Good chance this time from Kyungsu. One Trick still keeping on with the push, and looks like there's gonna be small reset here. Oh, Yuzu actually getting taken down. This is pretty bad here for the Singaporean squad, because Rise Tofu Gaming is out for blood. They smell it in the water, smell it in the streets. They're trying to get those takedowns, and 92% here is pretty bad for One Trick.
Yeah, they're just giving them way too much space. I don't even know why they backed out. All they should have done is, even if Yuzu got taken out, all they gotta do is just make sure they just win team fights, and they should have done that. I'm not really sure why One Trick keeps backing out of team fights. You have a Zenyatta, utilize that.
Even as a competitor, you respect your opponents, but you don't, you know, lie over for them like a doormat. It's completely unfortunate there for One Trick. It looks like they do have the system, they have the skill, but they're just not executing on it on time. That is the biggest factor right now for One Trick. They're not doing things on time, and time is never on your side, guys. One Trick gonna switch on over to the Hanzo instead.
Yeah, they're just respecting the Rise Tofu Gaming way too much here. And maybe the Hanzo could make a bigger difference here. Maybe the the diva wasn't really substantial. I'm not really sure. I don't feel like the team composition was the issue here. I feel like they're just playing a little bit too safe right now. And one trick, maybe the previous map kind of like hit them in the brains a little bit. Maybe I'm not really sure. So maybe they're just a little bit too scared right now because of what happened earlier on, and they really need to just focus on themselves at the moment.
They need to gather their courage. They need to gather their fight. But look at this. As we were talking about it, they're tucking tail and running. They're just backing out so much. They're afraid to actually siege into this. They're trying to make the Hanzo get a pick or two. But here comes Rice Tofu Gaming. And this is a freight train with no brakes, no stops, no pit stations. It's one trick now losing members left, right, and center. Oh, with the takedown onto one. But you can see the fear in one trick's eyes. The Hanzo just trying to back out, and Ethno Flea giving no rest. Gonna be able to put the damage onto the Hanzo. The point is taken, and Rice Tofu Gaming again in control as we see the mariachi band of Owa just go up and down that wall.
Yeah, you can tell they're just backing out, and I mean, of course you back out right now because Owo is on the Hanzo. What can you do with the Hanzo right now, right? I mean, yeah, you can do a lot of damage on the tanks, but if they have a Moira on the back line just healing everybody, and they have a Brigitte just slapping everybody, getting heals at the same time as well, what can you do with the Hanzo? So they really need to bank on the Zarya grab right now.
Graviton Surge is there. Dragonstrike to try and cut the approach, but just not enough. Really good discipline here for Rice Tofu Gaming. They didn't use any other ultimates. The fight was in the bag before it even started, and Ethno Flea just keeping Rice Tofu Gaming in the driver's seat.
I don't know what to say anymore at this point. One Trick's just respecting them way too much right now. They need to be a little bit more aggressive, but right now it's also about mind games at the moment. Rice Silver Gaming definitely have a better mind game.
Good block though from Drift, so this mighty one trick having control. Transcendence is there as well, quite offensively. Graviton Surge now used up, Discord are connecting, and there's the focus fire, there's the takedown. Finally, one trick keeping in form, and they might not just be a one trick pony. They are showing off a myriad of solutions to their problem. Just play aggressively, that's all they need to do.
But I feel like Rice Tofu Gaming is definitely going to win the next team fight yet again as well, because they are always charging through, they always press W and left clicked. That's exactly what they should have done throughout the whole time, and that's actually a really nice dragon try.
Oh, just gonna get 3. One trick finally getting the fangs in their teeth. Just gonna go for some claws, and just the aggression there for one trick. Just keeping them in this fight, that's all they need to do. You don't wait for you to get knocked down. You go down swinging, you keep fighting, and one chick finally showing their stuff, showing their moxie. Here comes Rice Tofu Gaming though. They have been used to the fars, to the fields, and they're going to go for the charge. We will see the Reinhardts fall into the distance. Self-Destruct is there to try and keep the pressure on. Guanzer now with the rally, the armor is there. Rice Tofu Gaming looking for some targets and looking for someone to kill quite quickly. Ethno Flea now really low. Here comes the chance though from Kyung-Soo. The sun is glowing here for one chick. This might be a new dawn, a new day, but they need to get these takedowns. Owo isolated by the Demon, Dragon Strike available, and there's a sound barrier here from Misty Tan to keep the squad of Rice Tofu Gaming in this fight. Coalesces pop along as the Graviton. There's the stun out of nowhere, and Drift just gonna be able to clutch that one out.
That's a lot of ultimate use there from the side of one trick. But I think it's perfectly fine because it could have actually been their last team fight here for this tournament itself. So that win definitely kept them in the running, at least for the Ashes tournament. And right now, for the next team fight, they have Synahax on the...
Unfortunately though, very unfortunately though, we are gonna be in this game, and looks like one trick is gonna decide to play a 5v6. There's the shatter already. Lijiang Tower just gonna go for the push. Afiz, this is a sad day here for one trick.
I mean, it happens, right? Fortunately, this is a community tournament, so I want to say there's a lot on the line, but not really. At the end of the day, it's really just for fun and how to showcase more about Ash. But at the same time, there's really nothing much you can do about it. But at least, hey, you know what? It seems to me like one trick seems to be keeping a really good job here.
Looks like they're channeling in with the ghost of their former teammate Outerwing, getting to Kyung-Soo in the backline, doing some damage. And that's a Teo Togami-yu, or Outerwing out of nowhere, just come up for the swoop. And one trick looking like they're in control. 5v6 doesn't matter. They are just gonna take them down one by one. Guanzer now gonna fall to the hand of Drift. Lijiang in the backline. One trick gonna be able to hold on to the point, and we are gonna go to a map number 3.
No, wait. Oh,
no,
there you go. Yeah.
Right. He's the fate already.
5v6. So this is a thing here, ladies and gentlemen. We are probably gonna have a goats versus goats. So what they need to do right now is they need to figure out which hero they need to leave out in that GOAT's composition for the side of One Trick here. They definitely do not need Owo or that Hanzo. So switching out to someone that can do the damage as well, or even heal at the same time. They can even just go for a Lucio as well.
Afiz, he has returned. Synhax is back out of nowhere, and One Trick was banking on his return. Looks like it's gonna be a glorious one here for One Trick. They did force out map number 3. They don't have any more pause time though. Synhax has to come out of the gates running here, and they need him ready to go for the hero. He might be on that Lucio here for One Trick. Gonna be a little unfortunate though, as they're trying to set up. Synhax probably loading on in, but in the meantime, Rice Tofu Gaming already in position on that point.
Yeah, not a lot of people are blessed with really good, internet or really good computers, right? So unfortunate for her, but fortunate for her as well. They do manage to at least get back in time.
Yeah, so Rice Tofu Game right now still standing up by the point. One Trick trying to carry on. Here comes the punt onto that Reinhardt. Drift gonna get stunned up by Quanser. There's the boop, and there's the capture by the squad of Rice Tofu Gaming. They're gonna try to go to the left-hand side. Good snipes here from Owa, and Synhax back from the ashes, back from the grave. Gonna try to reconnect on that Lucian now, and One Trick gonna have a full squad coming in to this next fight. But sadly, Outer Wing first to fall already. Here comes a push. Rice Tofu Gaming again playing aggressively, and One Trick backing off this time quite wisely.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't really manage to actually get a lot of action because my headset went out of battery, so I switched out my headset, so I couldn't hear much. But it seems to me like they're finally back on track here. They finally got their sixth player back. Synhax is back online, but they really need to still figure out how to play against Rice Tofu Gaming here. They're just backing up way too much.
One Trick again playing quite passively. They need to have the mean streak. They got the Mega Base. And now, Dragon Strike connecting onto Lijiang Tower. Good stun from the Brig as well. Here comes the Hanzo now, then looking for a pickoff or two. And this is One Trick just gonna go for the push. The aggression, the sheer ruthlessness here from One Trick right now, paying dividends. Sound Barrier forced out. Captain Surge still connecting. And here comes the self-destruct. Everyone behind the barrier, Drift in control of the squad of One Trick. This is gonna be the Singaporean squad now, feeling the form, feeling the rhythm, and feeling the kills. One Trick gonna get that flip.
Yeah, I was watching Drift throughout the whole period of time because he was leading front line, but he needs to also do damage at the same time. Reinhardt is not just about being a shield. You need to know how to utilize and time your swings well as well. So I was watching his swings. He was just swinging a little bit too early every single time.
Huge
he
shatter
got
there.
Shatter as well.
Shatter now coming on at you from Lijiang. Doesn't get too much. Neither Shatter got too much there, but that was a good stopping point from Drift. Even though it didn't lead to any kills, you know? It's like your momentum is gonna stop at this hill. And One Trick now just keeping the spawn gap going. I like the barrage here from O as well. The Hans is keeping on with the pressure.
Yeah, Hanzo's actually getting a lot of space as well at the same time. But actually, if you want to look at it closely, Kingsa again, and Diana are just doing so much work. And not to mention Aura Wing getting a lot of energy at the same time.
Yeah, so Gamiyu now starting to get off strong with the Coalescence coming. Hammer all days. Captain Surge though, keeping everyone in position, will lead to a kill. No, the sustain is there for Rice Tofu Gaming, and they get a 1-4-1. But Drift now with a takedown onto Lijiang Tower. Will it be enough? One Trick down a member. They try to regroup with their Lucio, with their Zed, but no, the supports and the Zarya, the only one left. Tough times here for One Trick. They're running out of tricks in the bag. Quanser keeping on with the mace to the face, but the capture still in favor of the blue squad. Rice Tofu Gaming needs to play the objective and needs to play it fast.
Aura Wing had a lot of opportunities to deal a lot of damage in that grab on Surge, but unfortunately she was out of energy. I mean, she was out of ammo at that point of time. If he had ammo during that team fight, he could have definitely just cleared up 1 or 2 because Drift was just, Ying Ha-Tang was just so low on HP. But unfortunately for Aura Wing, he didn't have a lot of ammo left, and he had to reload that during that graviton surge, and he couldn't amplify the damage.
And this series has been absolutely stellar, but we are coming to a close. Either squad needs to take the win here to move on to the next one. Setsudrak though might put a big bomb into this one. Transcendence is there to save the day, but Drift already falling to that charge. Lijiang Tower with the counter kill. Togamiyu gonna get that takeout, and there's the shatter. This might be them stopping on the fields. These guys knowing how to mill the victory, and this is gonna be Rice Tofu Gaming in control, gonna take the win. Looks like we're gonna have a feast tonight as Rice Tofu Gaming moves on to the second round of the lower bracket.
And one of the two Singaporean teams are now out of the tournament. Congratulations to the team from Malaysia. Rise Tofu Gaming definitely played really well. I feel like there are a lot of mistakes coming up from One Trick as well at the same time, but Rise Tofu Gaming did a really good job on capitalizing on the fact that the mistakes were being made. Let's just focus and make sure we win every single team fight, and that's exactly what they did.
An absolute heartbreaker for both squads. I could feel the popular vote swinging left, right. People a little edgy about the practice match a while ago, but then people coming in for One Trick with that 5v6. It was absolutely intense.